Hey there, welcome back to the Daily's Double Shot. I'm executive producer Austin Siedentoff.
And I'm assistant producer Andre Stackhouse. This is our last episode of the quarter.
And year.
Which means we'll be showing a recap episode. You know, the best segments from all quarter.
We'll kick things off by looking back at the quad in the height of its bloom.
We'll take another look at Chess Club on campus.
We revisit the UW's sustainable initiatives.
We'll rewatch our interview with America's Next Top Model contestant Ebony Davis.
We take a breather with Yogis at UW, a very large yoga club on campus.
We check out retro poetry at the Ethnic Cultural Theater.
And round things out by revisiting the tunnel system beneath campus.
All coming up
on the Daily's Double Shot.
Yeah.
I'll see you there. Okay.
Every year, there are a few weeks in the spring that stand out from the rest.
When the trees in the quad bloom, it seems that the campus explodes with people trying to absorb as much of the splendor as they can.
We'll go back to that time as Lauren Lemieux gives us some perspective on the quad in bloom.
The quad. It's a large stretch of brick pathways and grass patches lined with cherry trees located near the center of the University of Washington's campus. Students and faculty members usually rush through the area in an effort to get to class and out of the Seattle rain. But on a sunny day, you can be sure to find lots of community members outside enjoying the scenic space.
The quad is definitely one of the most beautiful places on the University of Washington campus, especially during the springtime. The cherry blossoms become the main focus of many photographers' work, and the lawns become alive with students playing frisbee, and there's even an occasional student trying to get some studying done.
Have you seen anything unusual happening out here in the quad today?
I haven't seen it personally, but my friend told me around 3:30 there was a choir here and they were singing. I wasn't able to see it, but I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I've also seen like the human versus zombies, like right there. See that man, he's like running around. That's a little unusual.
I spoke with a student who was participating in the humans versus zombies game. He had a pretty interesting reason for roaming through the quad.
Well, I'm killing humans.
Killing humans, exactly what do you mean when you say that?
It's a canvas-wide game of tag. The headband means you're a zombie. If you see someone with an armband and a Nerf blaster, that means they're a human. And they try to survive the week. We try to kill them all.
So how do you kill someone exactly?
You just get a firm tag on them before they can hit you with a sock or a Nerf blaster.
I didn't get to witness any human zombie wars, but I did check out some amazing yo-yo action.
I noticed that you were doing a little yo-yoing earlier. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I'm the president of Edmonds Woodway Yo-Yo Club.
What brought you out to the quad today?
Just the cherry blossoms, and I just wanted to see them while they're still in bloom.
The 31 cherry trees in the quad are estimated to be about 60 to 75 years old. This is close to their natural lifespan of about 100 years. But not to worry, there is a plan in place to replace the trees when the time comes.
What brings you out to the quad today?
Well, it's so sunny and warm out that we thought we'd just come out and play some frisbee with our friends, before the weather goes back to usual Washington weather.
In addition to a few frisbee games and some happy dogs, apparently the area is also home to some criminal activity.
It's been rumored that before you graduate the UW, you're supposed to steal a brick from the quad. And as you can see here, this missing brick may have fell victim to the tradition. And it's not too difficult to remove these.
I promise I put the brick back after that demonstration. A big hole might have made it a little unsafe for these skateboarders to roll by.
What made you guys decide to come out to the quad today?
First of all, the weather was really nice, and I wanted to meet my friend. Yeah, we just wanted to catch up.
Well, I was just hanging out with some friends, and it's a nice sunny day out, so we decided to come out and take some pictures and just hang out and enjoy the nice sunny weather and the beautiful trees out here in the quad.
Whether people come to meet with friends or to take photos, the quad is a great place to get out and enjoy the nice weather. But don't take my word for it. Come and check it out for yourself. Reporting for the Daily's Double Shot, I'm Lauren Lemieux.
Thanks, Lauren.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Andre, just stick to the script.
Yes, sir. Up next, we revisit Chess Club.
The Mechanical Engineering Building is most well known for being home to those designing the future machinery of the world. However, within the same halls is a club with a very different focus, but the same level of dedication. The UW Chess Club is a student-run group that focuses on providing a space where chess players of all different skill levels and backgrounds can meet, play chess, or just spend time with one another and relax. After years of inactivity, the chess club has gone through a revival of sorts in the past few months due to a new president taking over at the helm of the club. That president is freshman Eli Blankers, who wishes to make the club more accessible to the UW and the community that surrounds it. We sat down for an interview with Blankers to learn a little more about the chess club and his plans to foster its growth.
In college, there's not a whole lot of room for like competitive play, as much as there is for adults in like country endorsed like tournaments and for high school as well. So the chess club is really all it's about is just gathering college students who are interested in playing chess together just to play chess. We're trying to make it grow a little bit, have a lot of people, hopefully have some tournaments in the future.
Fellow freshman chess club officer Thomas Witecki also emphasized the relaxed nature of the club and stressed the fact that anyone is welcome to attend the meetings, no matter how much chess experience an individual has or doesn't have.
But you were right there to get the trade.
Chess Club at UW, it's a great place to just come have fun, come play a couple great games of chess with some fun people. You can learn a lot. I mean, there's a lot of experienced players there, so we can teach you whoever comes, and it's a great place to learn.
Both Blankers and Witecki attribute their involvement with the chess club to the fact that chess is simply unlike any other game and the critical thinking skills it helps to strengthen.
It's a lot different than other competitive games and sports. In football and other sports, there's kind of the luck factor, especially like in poker, you know? I mean, a lot of games, there's a luck involved. And with chess, it's purely what's on the board. And at the end of the game, you know, we win or lose, you're like, you know, there was no outside factors to it. It's all in your head, which I think is kind of a fun part about the game.
I like it because it just really gets your mind thinking. It's actually when I play chess, I feel like I think better and like other things too. Like that's part of like why I came back right now, just because like it helps me in like my other classes and stuff.
The chess club meets on Mondays and Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. So if you're looking for a way to get involved at the UW, head on down to the Mechanical Engineering Building to test your skills.
You know, I really enjoy a good game of social chess. I like to play with my friends when we go out for bubble tea.
No way. I enjoy playing chess too. Maybe we should play sometime.
You're on.
Up next, we'll check out some of the sustainable initiatives on campus.
Down across 15th Avenue, you'll find Gould Hall, the headquarters of the College of Architecture and Urban Planning. However, also housed in the building is the Green Futures Lab, where projects and research on green technology are explored. We spoke with Nancy Roddle, the director of the Green Futures Lab, to learn more.
The overall purpose is to advance a greener environment. We also work with communities to help them envision greener futures.
Among the projects is the construction of a green wall on Gould Hall, which aims to add beauty and sustainability to UW's buildings. The project is led by graduate student Leanne Andrews, who tells us more.
The biodiversity green wall, edible green screen, and water harvesting demonstration project is a way to demonstrate how we could use vertical surfaces, our ugly walls throughout campus, that we could kind of transform them into this whole system of environmental benefits.
The wall will be at home in the courtyard of Gould Hall and features two parts, the first of which will be a system of plants that filter water and provide animal habitats. The other will grow hops and kiwi. However, at a cost of $86,000, the wall couldn't happen without the funding and support of the Campus Sustainability Fund, an organization founded by around 10 students in 2010. Among the founders is Katie Stoltz, who now serves as outreach coordinator.
The Campus Sustainability Fund is a fund here on campus that grants funding to student-led sustainability projects. They make the campus more environmentally sustainable, that changes and increases the campus culture around making the campus more sustainable, as well as it increases the accessibility of the campus and the ability to have students making an impact in a real way.
Another project funded by the CSF is a stormwater treatment plan headed by Patrick Green.
Cars, animals, just basically the general built environment. produces a lot of toxins, a lot of chemicals. That flows off of our built environments and into our natural environments. And so what we do is we're taking soils and plants and structuring them in a way that actually filters the toxins out of stormwater.
With the support of the university and its students, CSF hopes to make the world a little greener.
I hope that we have green walls spread out through all of campus. It would be really cool to see, to just walk down the corridor of campus and see walls that are just covered with plants and grow your own food and be able to have that kind of community engagement and that connection to nature that we currently are finding in the landscape on the ground, that we could find that on the walls.
This is the problem of our generation. It's something that is we can't kind of just overlook it and see that it's not a problem that's happening.
This project contributes to a larger goal of making the world a healthier, more beautiful place.
Keep your eyes open for the Green Wall and all the other sustainable initiatives on campus.
Up next, we'll revisit my interview with America's Next Top Model contestant Ebony Davis, who finished in the top 4.
Roll it.
Hey, my name's Austin Siedentoff, and earlier I had the opportunity to speak with Seattle local, UW student, and contestant on America's Next Top Model, Ebony Davis. Let's take a look. Okay. Ebony, thank you very much for coming to meet with us today.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, how did you begin your career in modeling?
I started modeling a little over a year ago. I turned 18 and I was like, I want to do something with my life, you know, just like go for something. And a lot of people had always told me, oh, you're really like tall and stuff, you should be a model. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to an open call at my like local agency, Seattle Models Guild, where I'm signed now, and just see what they have to say. And I was all nervous and stuff. I'm like, they're not gonna pick me, you know, whatever. But they did. I got signed on the spot. And so I've been working with them ever since.
So, now that you're a student as well and you're a model, is there any sort of difficulty in balancing the two worlds? Are you still looking for work while you're learning here?
Yeah, there is a lot of difficulty balancing the two. It's like I'll have a midterm and papers and all that stuff due, and at the same time I still am working a lot. I try to make my schedule so that I can do both, but sometimes it gets hard and I kind of have to pick between the two. And I don't really feel like I'm sacrificing much of each. I'm really sacrificing my sleep and like my me time, but I don't mind it because I mean, both of those things are extremely important to me, so.
Very cool. Now, could you please tell us a bit about America's Next Top Model and how you became involved with that and what that was like? So
the auditions were near Seattle at a shopping mall, and my mom was like, you're gonna audition. I'm like, no, I don't want to audition. She's like, yes, I'm taking you. I'm like, fine, okay, whatever, you can take me. And I go there and there's like hundreds of girls lined up, and you know, there's a lot of beautiful girls and stuff, so I'm like, you know, what are the chances? What are the odds? I might as well do it, make my mom happy, and like maybe she'll go home and cook me dinner or something. I don't know, you know, might as well just put a smile on her face. So I go through the audition, and I heard back. I got a phone call. And so I flew out to LA for a second audition, and then I got called back again. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, is this really happening to me? And so then there was another audition. By that point, there was about 40 girls left.
So this is your third audition?
My third audition. I flew back to LA. This is the final audition. Like, after you make it through this, you're in. And I'm like, I'm not making it through this. Like, they're gonna send me home, you know what I mean? But I made it through.
So what was working on the show like? Did you have to move down to LA for those months?
Yeah, so I lived in LA. I lived in the house with the girls that's on the show. I was the youngest person in the house.
You were 18?
Yeah, so it was just weird. Like, I had been watching the show since middle school, and I'm just hoping like it wouldn't get canceled or something, you know, before I turned 18 and I could go on it. And like as soon as I turn 18, I'm on it. I'm like, this is like a dream, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm living someone else's life. Even to this day, when I watch myself on television, I'm like, that's not me. That can't be me. I couldn't have been that cool, like, you know, to be on TV. I think that's really cool, you know what I mean? But just like going through the experience at the time, it was just like eye-opening. I met so many amazing people that I never even dreamed of like meeting, you know what I mean? Just, it was a great experience.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I appreciate everyone who's watching and supporting me, rooting for me. Like, you guys really mean a lot to me, you know, having fans and people who support me and people who come up to me on campus and they're like, are you Ebony from America's Next Top Model? I'm like, I'm still taken back by it. Like, am I Ebony from America's Next Top Model? You know what I mean? Because it's like, I just think of myself as Ebony, like the college student, or Ebony, like, just, you know, chill, laid back, not Ebony from America's Next Top Model. So it's like, whenever people come up to me and say that, it's like, yeah, I am. Yeah, that's right. You know,
That's really cool.
It's really cool.
All right, well, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
coming on. You can follow Ebony on Twitter at @thatmodel_EB and help her finish out the current season of America's Next Top Model. Reporting for the Daily's Double Shot, I'm Austin Siedentoff.
Well, that was an interesting outfit you were wearing there.
What? A guy can experiment with a look. Anyway, we're excited to see what's going to come up with Ebony Davis in the future.
Up next, we'll check out UW's yoga club, Yogi's at UW.
For Alicia Gregg, unrolling her yoga mat helped her unroll a new part of her life.
I was feeling lost, like I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Like most freshmen, Gregg came into the University of Washington a little overwhelmed. But unlike other students, that feeling only got worse.
I mean, I was completely depressed. I mean, the worst kind that you could possibly imagine, and frankly, suicidal at times.
It was clear to Gregg that she needed a change. She'd been doing yoga since she was 15, but it was taking a yoga teacher training class that helped her catch her breath.
Part of that is the mind-body connection and the relaxation effects that can come from yoga. Relaxation kind of involves physiological, measurable changes.
Even more so, what I learned from that program was that I love myself, and all of those things have opened up a million doors for me.
Gregg wanted to open doors for other UW students. Last year, she created Yogi's at UW. It's a club that offers students like Gabriella Horowitz cheap yoga classes twice a week.
This is my first year at UW, so I came to Seattle in the fall and kind of had a hard time finding yoga around here.
In just less than 1 year, Yogi's at UW has grown to 200 members. Gregg hopes yoga can give her fellow students the same strength to look up.
You know, it's really cool how quickly Yogi's took off.
Yeah. Up next, we'll revisit Retro Poetry, a monthly poetry and dance exposition at the Ethnic Cultural Theater.
Love, diversity, and community. All of these words describe an event that happens once every month at UW, and the people involved are students just like us. Retro, Revolutionary Poets, have an open mic night every first Monday of the month, open to everyone. Performing poetry is big, but others who want to participate can sing or rap, play an instrument, and even dance. Retro, as Ryan Trinidad, the president, states, is a place to express yourself. He later goes on to say,
I knew Retro had potential to be really big. I still think it has a lot to grow upon, but I never thought I would be around to see it like blow up like this. And we actually have to like turn people away now because it's so full. And I never thought we'd have to do that because there'd be times where there'd be empty seats. So that's crazy.
The open mic night has gotten larger and larger, and Retro has begun thinking of expanding to a bigger venue. When talking to Tamar Theodore, one of the hosts of the show, about Retro and what it means to her, she had this to say.
I want to say, like, love, honestly, because every time I come, everyone, like, you just feel like it's a family. Everyone comes out to support each other. It's like a reunion every month. You feel like you're at home, It's not like, even if you don't know some people around you, everyone gets to know each other. Nobody's like holding anything back. Everyone comes as they are, and they just like love on each other in every way, shape, or form. Everyone who performs, everyone reciprocates to it, and they just show that love and express it.
When attending the open mic night, one can get a sense of this love Tamar talks about. Also, one can see all the diversity. When there, we saw hundreds of different people scattered in the crowd, all there with one thing in common. They like poetry. While there, we also talked to Daryl McKinney, a door greeter for the open mic night, about what his favorite part about Retro is.
My favorite part about Retro is probably the audience, just all the sorts of different people coming together. There's nothing like Retro on the campus. Like, honestly, there's just the different kinds of people. It's just really diverse. Basically, its own community, just of people just coming together and enjoying some good, spoken word or music.
Retro is a place where young poets, dancers, singers, and musicians can showcase their talents, and is a place where you have a voice. When asking Ryan what someone should do if they want to join the Retro team or get involved with the open mic night, his response was,
If you want to get involved, just come up and talk to one of us, or go on our Facebook. It's Retro Revolutionary Poets. There's a period in between each letter of Retro, and then just message, and then you can find us there.
So there you have it. If you like poetry and music and want to do something new, on the first Monday of the month, check out Retro's open mic night at the Ethnic Cultural Theater on the corner of Brooklyn Ave Northeast and Northeast 40th Street. And make sure you get there early, because it fills up quick.
Well, that seems like a really cool event. Retro Poetry will be back in full swing next year.
Last up, we get an exclusive tour of the UW power plant and the tunnel system that runs beneath campus. All across campus, you may stumble across the occasional grate in the ground, offering a brief, dark glimpse into the tangle of infrastructure beneath the university. There is, in fact, an extensive utility tunnel system running for miles beneath the campus. All these tunnels can be traced back to a central point, one of the most important buildings for students. The power plant at the UW has a humble exterior, but houses a massive maze of pipes, wires, valves, meters, and gear. Mark Kirschenbaum, the Assistant Director of Campus Utilities, is largely responsible for making sure that the plant and tunnels run in tip-top shape. He was kind enough to show us around.
We are here primarily to provide heat to the campus in the form of steam. So we have big boilers, we burn natural gas, boil water, collect the steam, and we send it out to the campus through the tunnel system to be distributed to the buildings. And in the summer, we not only make steam, but we also make chilled water, about 42, 43 degree Fahrenheit water that we send to about 50 buildings that provide air conditioning.
We head off to see where heat is made in the belly of one of 5 metallic beasts, a giant boiler with a massive flame.
Okay, so this is boiler number 7. This is the newest boiler in the power plant, installed in 2000. And we're gonna go down to the next level and actually look inside this boiler so you can see the actual combustion process. But look at the boiler construction. There's thousands of water-filled tubes inside absorbing the heat of the flame. The flame's about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. By the time that gas leaves this boiler and goes to the stack, it's down to about 260 degrees Fahrenheit. It's absorbed all that energy, all that heat into the water to make the heating steam to keep the campus going.
Mark then took us out of the power plant to show us how heat is transferred to the rest of the university through the tunnel system referred to as lower campus.
Okay, so this is where we're going to enter the tunnel system. Earlier I talked about how the power plant produces utilities like steam and compressed air. Then we transport them through the tunnel system to provide service to the buildings. So this is one of our entrances. You can see the services running along the side of the tunnel, and we will just march our way through. You're not going to see much moving, but if you can just envision in every pipe you happen to be looking at, there's motion. If this piping was clear, it'd be a massive movement everywhere. Water, steam, air, chemicals, all to support the university. You've gone 10 feet, you've seen the entire tunnel. Well, you've gone 100 feet, and you pretty much really have seen how the tunnels are. Very quiet, kind of warm and muggy, as you have probably felt. And the only time it's not nice or comfortable is when there's a leak. And when there is a leak, it's very loud, very hot, and definitely an area to avoid. This is one of the reasons we really don't like students to be down here unescorted, because this is quite a large leak, very loud, very hot.
We stepped gingerly around the leak and continued on our way down the tunnel, up some stairs, and finally into light. We were glad for Mark's help on our journey, while Mark seemed satisfied to know that nobody was hurt. Between the dark, steam and gas leaks, the possibility of heat stroke, and very high voltage cables, the tunnel system takes an expert to safely navigate. Safety is of the largest concern, and a complex security and surveillance system is in place to ensure that nobody endangers themselves by trespassing. You may not be able to see the tunnels for yourself, but next time you walk around campus, try to feel the thrum of the system below you.
Man, I had no idea so much happened underneath campus.
My favorite shoot I've been on to date. And that's all we've got for you this episode.
And this school year.
But don't worry, you can still watch the show on Fridays at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 9:30 p.m.
Or catch us online at youtube.com/thedaily.
Thank you very much for a wonderful year.
And we'll see you in the fall
on the Daily's Double Shot.